Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Derek Douglas, aka Antone, coming to you this evening as I sit here in Casa de Douglas smoking a cigar, coming to you with a top 5 transition fragrance review. Now, these are fragrances that are very commonplace. There's nothing new. The wheel hasn't been reinvented. These are fragrances that are in my collection that help me transition from the cold to warm, warm to cold, because with that pesky time of year here in Texas where the weather's going to bounce back and forth. 1 minute it's warm, next minute it's cold, and you don't know what to wear because one morning you start off wearing a warm weather fragrance, and the next thing you know, by midday to late that evening, it's cold, and so now you have to switch up to something cold. But these 5 fragrances are fragrances that pretty much hold up in any surrounding. Not too hot, not too cold. They're just beautiful by themselves. So, all I'll see, let's get into it. Now, coming in at number 5, YSL La Nuit de l'Homme. Now, this fragrance really doesn't have anything to be said about it. It's proven itself. This one can be worn in a daytime environment, office, brunch, whatever, and the fragrance kills. It's just awesome. Now, nighttime, this fragrance takes on a whole different presence, becomes dark, seductive, sexy, just everything that you could want in a fragrance that takes you into that nightlife kind of vibe. Grown and sexy, beautiful, elegant, things of that nature. You can't go wrong with this one. And I'm really about to cry because I'm at like the last third of this. I've held on to this for dear life for so long. I don't know what I'm gonna do without it. I'm probably gonna cry when it's empty. That's a whole nother story for another day. Now, moving on to number 4. This one came out early to mid 2017. This one was a powerhouse from the minute it hit the shelves. Prada L'Homme. To me, this is what I call a dusk to dawn fragrance. This is a fragrance that when you wear it, you automatically think this is that point in the day where daytime and nighttime meet, and there's that perfect union. It's sparkly and bright enough to hold its own during the daytime, but it takes on a whole different vibe at night. It has a little bit of class that's unmistakable amongst any other fragrances that are here on this review. And it is something that, to be totally honest, you could be comfortable wearing this regardless of the situation, regardless of the event. It's very dressy, but it's Prada. What do you expect? Now, I haven't had a chance to smell the intense version of this, but this one is a staple in my collection, one that I swear by. Prada L'Homme, one of the fragrances that are great for transitioning from daytime to nighttime, warm to cool weather. Next up, we have something that was introduced to me by Derek Ford. And if you're watching this, shouts out to you, sir. You're ugly and your mother dresses you funny, and I can't stand you for this because every time you say something, I wind up spending money. Whole nother story for another day. Please pardon my tangent. Hewood Rocky Mountain from the House of D Squared. This fragrance was what I would actually consider one of my greatest blind buys that I've ever done, because this caught me completely and totally off guard. Price point on this one, outstanding. About 35 to 40 bucks for a bottle. You're talking about a fragrance that is bright, nice, very, very office friendly, very occasion friendly. It's laid back. It's not too youthful, but the woodsy element to this, and I'm not a woodsy fragrance fan. I've never been, I'm not, and I'm not going to act like I am. But this fragrance, the actual wood notes to this, they're not so deep, hard-hitting, and resonance that they make them unbearable, but they're so toned down to the point to where you can tell that they're there, but at the same time, they don't take front center stage. It gives it that capability of transitioning into a beautiful nighttime fragrance. I mean, for the price point of this is definitely worth blind buying if you are a blind buy kind of person. So, from the House of D Squared, Hewood Rocky Mountain. This is definitely a looker. Look for it on your shelves wherever you go. Then, my number 2 selection from the house of Versace Dylan Blue. This one is an incense take on a freshie. I mean, Versace Paroma is a beautiful daytime fragrance. It's a beautiful, there's not too much that you can't say about Versace Pour Homme as far as a fragrance. It's a staple in a lot of men's collections for quite some time. But when they reinvented the wheel on this one, they really did a nice number on this. They gave it that incense grown and sexy vibe to a point to where you can wear this at nighttime, and it's like they captured the perfect essence of a daytime with incense. It was beautiful. I mean, they played this one perfectly. So if you're looking for something that is going to be a compliment magnet, number one, it's going to last you for at least 6 hours. You're definitely, being, turned into the right direction by looking at this one. And you can't go wrong. Fresh meets incense, beautiful situation. Now, number one, again, this is no stranger to anybody's collection. This is no stranger to anybody's eyes. This is no stranger to anybody's review. We're talking about a powerhouse fragrance that came out, and when it came out with a storm. It was beautiful. Everything about this fragrance, it came from a titan coming from a titan. We're talking about Giorgio Armani Acqua di Gio Profumo. Now, Acqua di Gio Profumo you're talking about Acqua di Gio, the original, amped up and made grown and sexy. Now, don't get me wrong. Acqua di Gio was already grown and sexy to begin with. But when they added the incense element to this, is the patchouli with frankincense, they did something magical. I mean, there's a reason that so many people swear by this fragrance. I mean, newcomers, frag heads. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people out there that this fragrance, they just don't like it. Okay, cool. I get you. I feel you. I understand. But the average person, you're talking about a fragrance that is capable of transitioning from a daytime to a nighttime, and you feel no pain whatsoever. Compliment magnet in both venues, and it fits perfectly. Toned down up to, I would say, 80-degree weather. You can rock this during the day and feel okay. Drop down to the 60s. You can wear this, feel no pain. And no matter what the venue is, this is a compliment magnet, compliment feast, compliment getter. You are guaranteed to have someone, at least one person, stop and say, hey, that smells great, or what do you have on? But that's my time. It's your boy Derek Douglas, aka D and Tone, coming to you from Casa de Douglas here in the great state of Texas. Now, for those that are listening, if you would, I would like to invite you guys to tune in to Scent Gents Radio this Wednesday night from the hours of 8 to 10. They will be hosting your boy Derek Douglas, aka D and Tone. I will be answering their Hot 12 questions and going into a little bit of a discussion about what fragrances that you can wear when smoking a cigar. Yes, the bane of a lot of people's existence, but something that can be made magical with the presence of a good fragrance. So again, that's my time. You guys be good, be safe. Don't forget Wednesday night, Scent Gents Radio, 8 to 10. If you need the link information, let me know. I'll make sure to get that to you. And shouts out to Derek Ford, for inviting me to be on the show. You guys be good, be safe. And as always, let your nose be your guide and enjoy your ride.